Hare Krishna everyone, so welcome back to reading of the book Teachings of Queen Kunti by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And this is Shravanam Diaries podcast. I'm your host Suladita Devidasi and we are reading chapter number 6, The Master of the Senses. Yatha Hrishikesha Kalena Devaki Kamsena Rudhati Chiram Shucharpita Vimochita Hamcha Sahatmaja Vibho Tvayaiva Nadhyena Muhurvipadganat. O Hrishikesha, Master of the Senses and Lord of Lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious king Kamsa, and me and my children from a series of constant dangers. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.23. Devaki, the mother of Krishna and sister of King Kamsa, was put into prison along with her husband Vasudeva because the envious king was afraid of being killed by Devaki's eighth son, Krishna. The king killed all the sons of Devaki who were born before Krishna, but Krishna escaped the danger of child slaughter because he was transferred to the house of Nanda Maharaja, Lord Krishna's foster father. Kunti Devi, along with her children, was also saved from a series of dangers. But Kunti Devi was shown far more favor because Lord Krishna did not save the other children of Devaki, whereas he saved the children of Kunti Devi. This was done because Devaki's husband Vasudeva was living, whereas Kunti Devi was a widow, and there was none to help her except Krishna. The conclusion is that Krishna bestows more favor upon a devotee who is in greater dangers. Sometimes he puts his pure devotees in such dangers because in that helpless condition the devotee becomes more attached to the Lord. The more attachment is there for the Lord, the more success is there for the devotee. Devaki, the devotee who became the mother of Krishna, was not an ordinary woman. After all, who can become the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Krishna agrees to become the son only of the most advanced devotee. In their previous lives, Devaki and her husband underwent severe austerities, and when Krishna, therefore, appeared before them, wanting to give them a benediction, they told him that they wanted a son like God. But where can there be another person equal to God? That is not possible. God is Asamardva. That is, no one can be equal to or greater than him. Therefore, there cannot be any competition. One cannot say, I am God, you are God, he is God, we are all God. No, one who says this is a dog, not God, because God is great and he has no competitor. No one is equal to him, everyone is lower. Ekale Ishvara Krishna Arasa Babritya. The only master is Krishna, God, and everyone else is his servant, including even great demigods like Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, not to speak of others. Shiva Virinchinutam. In the Shastra, the Vedic scriptures, it is said that Lord Krishna is offered respect even by Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, the topmost demigods. Above the human beings, there are demigods. As we human beings are above the lower animals, above us there are demigods, the most important of whom are Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Lord Brahma is the creator of this universe. Lord Shiva is its destroyer. And Lord Vishnu, who is Krishna himself, is its maintainer. For the maintenance of this material world, there are 3 gunas, or modes of material nature. Sattva guna, the mode of goodness, Raja guna, the mode of passion, and Tama guna, the mode of ignorance. Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva have each taken charge of one of these modes. Lord Vishnu of Sattva guna, Lord Brahma of Raja guna, and Lord Shiva of Tama guna. Yet these 3 controllers are not under the influence of the gunas. Just as the superintendent of a jail is not a prisoner, but the controlling officer, so Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Brahma control these 3 gunas and are not under the control of the gunas. But above all others, the supreme controller is Krishna, who is known as Hrishikesha. The word Hrishika, means senses. We are enjoying our senses, but ultimately the controller of the senses is Krishna. Consider my hand, for example. I claim, "This is my hand. I can fight you with a good fist." I am very much proud, but I am not the controller. The controller is Krishna, because if he withdraws my hand's power to act, the hand will be paralyzed. Although I claim it is my hand and I shall use it, when it is paralyzed, I cannot do anything. Therefore, I should understand that although I possess this hand by the grace of Krishna, I am not its controller. This is Krishna consciousness. A sane man will think, if this hand is ultimately controlled by Krishna, then it is meant for Krishna. This is a common sense understanding. I claim this is my hand, this is my leg, this is my ear. Even a child will speak this way. If we ask a child, "What is this?" he will say, "It is my hand." But regardless of what we claim, actually it is not our hand. It is given to us. Because I wanted to use my hand in so many ways, Krishna has given it to me. All right, take this hand to use it. So it is a gift from Krishna. And therefore a sane man always consciously thinks, whatever I have in my possession, beginning with this body and my senses, is actually not mine. I have been given all these possessions to use, and if everything ultimately belongs to Krishna, why not use everything for Krishna? This is intelligence, and this is Krishna consciousness. Everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. Mamaivam sho jiva loke jiva bhuta. And therefore everyone's senses are also Krishna's. When we use the senses for Krishna's service, we attain the perfection of life. Therefore, Hrishikena Hrishikesha Sevanam Bhaktir Uchyate. When by our senses, Hrishikena, we serve Hrishikesha, the real master of the senses, that service is called Bhakti. This is a very simple definition of Bhakti. Hrishikesha Sevanam, not Hrishika Sevanam. Service to the supreme master of the senses, not to the senses themselves. When we use our senses for sense gratification, we are in Maya, illusion. But when we use our senses for the gratification of the master of the senses, that service is called Bhakti. Okay, so we're going to stop here for today, and tomorrow we shall continue with this chapter. So thank you so much for tuning in. The link to this book is in the description, and we shall see you next time. Hare Krishna.